In a secluded village nestled between towering mountains and dense forests, there lived an old woman named Agatha, a widow who had spent her life in solitude after losing her husband to a harsh winter and her children to a plague that swept through the land decades ago. Her only companions were the memories of her loved ones and the occasional visits from villagers who brought her supplies out of pity. One stormy night, as the wind howled like a grieving spirit, Agatha heard a faint whimper outside her cottage, and upon investigating, she found a wounded wolf pup, its fur matted with blood and its golden eyes filled with pain. Though the villagers warned her that wolves were dangerous, her heart softened, and she took the creature in, nursing it back to health with herbs and scraps of meat. As the pup grew, it became clear that this was no ordinary wolf. It was a giant, its shoulders reaching her waist, its paws the size of her hands, and its intelligence uncanny, for it seemed to understand her every word and emotion, responding with gentle nudges or protective growls when strangers approached. The villagers, terrified of the beast, demanded she drive it away, but Agatha refused, naming the wolf Fenrir after the mythical creature of legend. And for years, they lived in harmony, Fenrir hunting for her in the woods, and Agatha singing to him by the fire, their bond unbreakable. Time, however, is merciless, and Agatha grew frail, her voice trembling as she whispered to Fenrir, "One final night. When I am gone, do not let them forget me," before closing her eyes forever, leaving the giant wolf to mourn her with a howl that shook the village to its core. The villagers, fearing Fenrir would now turn on them, gathered their pitchforks and torches, intent on driving him away or killing him. But to their shock, the wolf did not attack. Instead, he dragged Agatha's body to the highest hill, where he dug her grave with his massive paws, laying her gently inside before covering her with earth and standing guard over the spot, refusing to eat or drink. Days turned into weeks, and still Fenrir remained, his once glorious coat growing dull, his ribs visible beneath his skin, until one morning the villagers found him lying lifeless atop Agatha's grave, his body curled around it as if in eternal sleep. And in that moment, they understood the depth of his loyalty and love. Shamed by their fear and moved by the wolf's devotion, the villagers buried Fenrir beside Agatha, erecting a stone marker that read, "Here lies Agatha and her faithful Fenrir, whose love outlasted even death." And from that day on, the tale of the old woman and her giant wolf was passed down through generations, a reminder that kindness could tame even the wildest of hearts, and that true loyalty